Hi everyone, in this lesson we are going to cover the most common German greetings. So these are greetings that you can use in various different contexts, in various different scenarios, and during different times of the day. Let's go. Los geht's. So in German, greetings are Begrüßungen. Greetings are Begrüßungen. Greetings. And there are many of them, just like in English. So the first one, and probably the most important one that you will ever learn, is Hallo. Hallo. And this is equivalent, as you can probably guess, to the English hello. Hello. Now, hallo and hello are not the same. You can probably just about make out the fact that it sounds more like hat in English. Hallo, hallo. That's the German one. Hallo. Not hello, hallo. Now, in Germany, they have also adopted the use of hi, which is just the same as the English hi. And this is also really common. So if you're with your friends or with your mates, then you can use hi instead of hallo. And this is basically identical in pronunciation. It's just the same. So the next one we're going to learn is Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. And this is the equivalent to good morning in English. So this is probably the first thing you're going to say to somebody when you see them in the morning. If you meet somebody pretty early on, you will say Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. And this is only relevant to the morning time. You're not going to say this, in the afternoon or the evening. There are other words for that. So in the afternoon, or pretty much at any time of day, you can use Guten Tag, which is basically like saying good day or good afternoon. This is slightly more formal. So you're not going to say this with your best friends or your family. This is probably going to be used more so basically if you're with strangers, if you're with older people, or if you're in a sort of formal business situation or something, then you will use Guten Tag. Guten Tag. And it's relevant basically throughout the entire day. The next one we're going to look at is Guten Abend. Guten Abend. And this is equivalent to good evening. Guten Abend. Good evening. This is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to use this during the evening time. Guten Abend. So the next one is Gute Nacht. Gute Nacht. And this, as you can probably guess, is good night. And this is relevant sort of last thing at night or late in the evening when you're saying goodnight to somebody before bed. For example, you'd say Gute Nacht. Gute Nacht. Another way of saying this, another thing you can say before going to bed, this is quite common, is Schlaf gut. Schlaf gut. Which is basically like sleep well. Sleep well. Schlaf gut. Schlaf gut. So another thing is you might have noticed that some of the endings here, so Guten Nacht, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, all end in an en. That's actually way too much. Let's just bring that down a little bit. Yeah, guten, guten, guten. But Nacht ends in only an E. So why is that? Well, don't worry too much about it now. I'm sure you're asking that question. But this is actually because of how nouns in German have a gender, and an adjective, when it's associated with a noun, is gender specific in that the adjective will change depending on the gender of the noun. So I'll teach you all of these rules later in one of the grammar lessons, so don't worry about it now. Just learn these sort of off by heart because they're important. Another really useful one is tschüss. Tschüss. Tschüss, which is bye. Tschüss. This is really common. If you're saying goodbye in basically any situation with your friends or family, you will say tschüss. I'd say this is slightly more informal. You're probably not going to say tschüss with people in like a business context. Maybe, I'm not sure, but like it's definitely used informally. Tschüss. So another way to say goodbye or bye is ciao. Ciao. And this is actually one that's used commonly throughout Europe, so it's not just in Germany, but I think the Germans have adopted it as well, and I think it originally comes from Italian. It's really easy to remember, and as I said, you've probably heard this before because it's just really common throughout the whole of Europe. So that is ciao, and that means bye. So German is spoken in many different countries, not just in Germany. So in Switzerland, in Austria, and some other places as well. So there are many regional ways of greeting people. So one of the most common ones in Austria, and I think in Bavaria as well, is also Grüß Gott. Grüß Gott. Grüß Gott, which basically means hello. Hello. And as I said, this is used commonly in Austria and also in Bavaria or Bayern, which is the southernmost state in Germany and is also the biggest state within Germany. So as you can see here, there are a few letters that you're probably not familiar with. So this is the SZ and this is the U umlaut. And yeah, don't be afraid. These are new letters. The SZ is basically just a double S, and the U umlaut basically changes the pronunciation slightly. But we'll cover all of this in the grammar lessons, in future grammar lessons. So don't worry about that now. So another really common one in southern Germany, in Bavaria, and also in Austria, is Servus. Servus, and this basically means hello or bye. Hello or bye. And I heard this quite a lot the last time I was in Germany, down in Munich, and also in Friedrichshafen in Bodensee, so basically on the shore of Lake Constance. And a lot of people were using Servus, and a lot of the kids in the summer camp that I was working at, this sort of summer camp for German speaking children who wanted to learn English, a lot of these kids who were from Austria and sort of southern Germany and some from Switzerland were using Servus quite a lot for hello and goodbye. Another common one that you've probably heard is Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, which basically means see you again. But it's basically like saying goodbye, see you again. And this is slightly more formal, so I'll just put a little F beside that. You're not really going to say that with your friends or family. It's definitely a more formal saying. It's probably one of the few German words you actually know if you're new to German, but yeah, it's actually not used that much, at least informally. You're probably far more likely to use servus or hello or hi. Auf Wiedersehen is not a common one. A far more common informal way of saying see you again or goodbye is bis bald. Bis bald, which literally means until soon, but it basically means in English see you soon. See you soon. Bis bald. And this one's informal. You're going to use this with your friends and family. Another common one is bis später. Bis später, which translated literally is until later, but it basically means see you later in English. Bis später. Später. So you can probably notice when I'm saying the S in German, it's a sh sound. It's not a s like in English. So bis später, especially when the S is at the first position there in the sentence, when it's the first letter, it'll be pronounced as a sh normally. Bis später. Another thing that I should note is that in German, like in English, it's polite to make eye contact with the person you're speaking to. You don't want to be looking at the ground when you're speaking to somebody, and it's the exact same in German. It's polite to make eye contact regularly with the person you're communicating with. So that is all of the greetings. Now, if we just look through them all again one more time. Hallo is hello. Hi is hi. Guten Morgen is good morning. Guten Tag is good day or good afternoon. And this is a slightly more formal one. Guten Abend is good evening. Gute Nacht is good night. Schlaf gut, sleep well. Tschüss, bye, ciao, bye, grüß Gott, hello, but more for southern Germany and Austria. Servus, again, hello and goodbye for Bavaria and Austria. Auf Wiedersehen, see you again, but it's more formal. And then there's bis bald, which is see you soon, and bis später, which is see you later, and they're more informal. So these are all of the common greetings, and yeah, you can start using them straight away. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and yes, just check out the exercises now to cement these words into your long-term memory.